The Dead Pair Podcast is brought to you by Kolar Arms, America's competition shotgun, and is fueled by Fiocchi.
Welcome to the Dead Pair Podcast, coming in hot with everything you want to hear about sporting clays. With your hosts, Jason Rambo.
This is what I had to work with, everyone.
And Shawn Alley.
Like I said, I was just thirsty.
Oh, boy.
Often imitated, but never duplicated. It's the Dead Pair Podcast. It's showtime.
Welcome back, everyone, and welcome back, Mr. Large and in Charge, Shawn Alley, the man himself. What's up, buddy?
Well, it's been a minute. How you been, Jason?
It's been a hot minute. Dude, I don't know what is going on for like the last month. I either can't get off the phone or off from behind the computer and running from one shoot to the next. It's been crazy. It's been real crazy. So I'm sure not quite as busy as you've been, but it's still been nuts.
Yeah, same thing for me, except it hasn't been for shooting. It's been for work-related stuff and all that other fun junk, you know. But
all that other fun
I did
junk,
get to go out and shoot finally 2 weeks ago. Shot the Cardinals' most recent tournament. That felt good. Just been so daggone busy. I haven't had a chance to practice. I had to remember which end the shells go in. So
I'm taking it they went bang okay, though. You're all right now.
Yep, click bang, we're good. Got to shoot with Roseanne and Paul Prucka. They came down from Michigan, so that was nice visiting them.
Nice.
And Cardinal did a good job. Made a little special station for Roseanne because obviously she's fighting her battles and stuff. And it was just really nice overall. Good shoot.
Yeah, we need to keep the prayers up for Roseanne Prucka. That girl's been through hell and back, and she's still dealing with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, listen, we do have attorney talk to get to, Shawn. You want to run us through that? You've been gone, so I'm going to put you to work.
I think I remember how to do this. Here we go.
All right.
It's Tourney Talk. Brought to you by Score Chaser.
Okay, we got the 2026 Connecticut State at Fairfield County. It's now open. That's going to be August 29th through the 30th. Also, the 2027 Seminole Cup at Broadfield Sea Island will open May 18th. That'll be February 24th through the 28th, so that should be open by the time you guys hear this. Then the 2027 U.S. Open at M&M will open on May 20th. That is from May 16th through the 23rd. And in Texas State at National Shooting Complex will open June 1st. That's going to run April 20th through the 25th. Also, the Northeast Regional at Hopkins will open July 2nd. That will be held June 16th through the 20th. And finally, the 2027 Gator Cup at Backwoods will open July 15th, and that will run March 29th through April 4th. So, yeah, no kidding. I haven't been here for a while, and you slam all those things on me. There we go.
Man, all these shoots are opening up a year in advance. I mean, it's just crazy.
Yeah, it's just the way the sport's going.
No, yeah, and I tell you what, it's getting tougher and tougher because, the rotations you want to shoot, you better be on the ball. I mean,
they fill up fast. They definitely fill up fast.
So I hope, that being said, I hope everyone listening is taking advantage of these tourney talks.
Yeah.
But I told everyone that Kacey was going to be releasing a lot of this stuff, and here it is. It's out. She gave the dates. By the time you hear this, it's going to be within a day or two of being open. So
right,
get after it. Shawn, one shoot every year that's near and dear to you and I is the Ohio State Championship, which we're going to be talking about here tonight. You and I are both still on the board. I'm still vice president. You're still secretary position, I believe.
Damn good looking secretary too, if I don't mind saying.
My wife told me I have to be nice, so I'm going to refrain from comment. So, but no, we're going to be joined by the lovely Miss Kacey Smith. Kacey's our board president, and then the host club general manager, Mr. Shawn Spindel from the Hill-n-Dale, is going to be joining us. So now, listen, if you're not attending the shoot, I think you guys need to pay attention here because time we're done explaining everything, you're probably going to want to go sign up. This shoot is getting bigger and bigger each and every year, and it's also getting better and better every year. And one of the things that we pay a lot of attention to is everybody's comments and what they like, what they didn't like, and try to make it better every year. Which is, no different recipe than what anybody else does. Just we've seemed to do it with success for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Shawn, of all the events that you shoot, do you have a favorite one? Is it just the main, or do you have a favorite event that you shoot?
I mean, I do love the main. That's obviously what everybody's there for. But, FETASC is a great event that they always do well. The 5 stands always run well. Hell, the prelim's even fun. But, honestly, if I had to pick one, I think I like super sporting. I think I like super sporting. It's a fun event.
Yeah, that's still my favorite. Of all the events, that's my favorite. Of course, we got the show of guns for the make or break. That's always fun too. Yeah, I don't know. Lots of good stuff. So listen, I don't want to sit here and jackjaw too long about it. I want to get them on real quick. I want to say thank you to all of our sponsors. You know, Shawn, you're still, even though you've kind of backed off from the podcast, you're still involved with a lot of these people. For example, Kolar Arms, you're still on the team with Kolar.
Yeah, I know. And I love that gun. Can't pry it away from me. And I tell you what, I got a pair of those new, the RE Ranger. Oh, what's the name of them now?
Hypershots.
Yes. And I tell you what, those are so much more comfortable. A big guy like me with a big forehead. And I've been, kind of griping in their ear for the last couple of years about that. Those, I shot with them for the first time at the Cardinal shoot 2 weekends ago. And I'll tell you what a difference. So comfortable, so nice. Really appreciate that. And if you guys haven't seen them, take a look. They are really, really nice.
Yeah. And then, of course, you were having trouble getting them in the gun or figuring out which end to put in the gun. But I bet you this Fiocchi's hammered some targets, though, didn't they?
Oh, click bang. Yeah. If I pointed the gun right, they broke stuff. If I didn't, well, then it was me, not them.
Right. Atlas Traps, who, by the way, just covered half the main event at the World English down at San Antonio here a couple weeks back. And they are going to be providing one of the courses this year at the Nationals, along with the 5-stand. And I don't know if they're still doing the sub gauge or not. Rhino Chokes. Man, I love me some Rhino Chokes. We got some big news coming from them soon, so hang on to your pantyhose with that one. Taconic Distillery, what are you enjoying tonight, Shawn? What do you got? What are you sipping on over there?
Actually, I've got the pre-mixed old-fashioned. It's a hard-to-beat thing. It's so easy. You just grab the bottle, throw it on ice, and go to town.
I finally sold you on it.
Yeah, you did. I mean, it's not something I drink all the time because it's on the sweeter side, and I don't necessarily lean towards sweet drinks, but just to have one or two, perfect.
Yep, absolutely. Score Chaser, thank you very much to the gals over there at Score Chaser. Of course, we just brought you the Tourney Talk. This is what they do for you each and every week. And plus, they got the new concierge program, and they've upgraded. They've got a new pro program that you can get on too. So check your email, check that out. It's pretty cool. Long range equipment. We're going to have some updates from Neil coming real soon. Midway USA Foundation, be on the lookout. I've got a podcast coming with them. I went up to a big 400-person shoot up in Minnesota, and it was really cool to see what goes on at one of these shoots. Odo Pro Technologies. If you haven't seen the video yet, get over to our YouTube channel. I did a little interview with Dr. Grace down at Texas State at Defender Outdoors, and you're going to get to see some of the products that we always talk about on here. El Jefe Energy. Love me some El Jefe. Got another podcast coming with the CEO of El Jefe. Really interesting backstory on them. And of course, Bear Pelt. Shawn, wait till you see my new Bear Pelt vest, man. I think I might have outdone myself on this one.
Pretty swanky, huh?
Pretty swanky. I just wish I had Ben McAnally money. I could have a whole walk-in closet full of Bear Pelts. That'd be cool.
Yeah. But just what you need.
Yeah. It'd be like David, have a different vest for every station. And of course, Slick Products. Mr. Shawn Alley himself enjoys him some Slick Products, don't you, Shawn?
They work very well. I'll tell you what, makes that washing stuff real easy.
Yes, it does. Well, hey, listen, let's get on to our guests, the lovely Miss Kacey Smith and Mr. Shawn Spindel. Be right back.
The Dead Pair.
All right, everyone, please welcome the lovely Miss Kacey Smith. What's up, Case?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good. And Mr. Shawn Spindel from Hill-n-Dale. How are you, Shawn?
Doing well.
We were able to wrestle these two up for this little quick powwow we're going to do here about the Ohio State shoot. Shawn, I guess we'll kind of start with you. Remind everyone of the dates and where you're located. Simple stuff.
Sure. The dates are July 30th through August 2nd, and we're located just south of Cleveland, about 35 minutes from Cleveland in Medina, Ohio. So it's easy to get to here.
Yeah. Well, let's run down through some nuts and bolts of this shoot. Payout. We have a really good payout this year.
We sure do. There's over 30 grand guaranteed. Last year's total payouts were right at 100 grand after options and everything else. But, all the events, 100 target events, I believe, that don't have guaranteed money, I have $15 back to class at least. FETASC, I think, has got 25 back to class. And all the side 50 target events are $10 back to class. So lots of good money to be won between that and all the options, of course.
Yeah. And then, another thing too is we're doing a ton of giveaways this year. You want to touch on some of those? We got some really cool ones.
Yeah, OSCA and Beretta really stepped up our raffles and giveaways this year. It's going to be phenomenal. The one thing that we started last year with the Beretta, the high all around, for anybody that shoots in the main, the prelim, the 5-stand, and super sporting events. If you shoot in that, you're automatically eligible to win a random gun. We're trying to figure out exactly what that's going to be this year, but it could be a really nice special one. Looking forward to seeing what that's going to be. And then all the classes this year, there's going to be a A400 given away to the high class shooter in that combined event. And that's going to be huge. There's lots of other giveaways there coming between shells and things like that. I know we have some great raffles with some great gun this year, as well as shotgun shells. So I think 150 flats to be given away in those raffles. So lots of great things on top of all the regular door prizes that we've had in the past.
Kacey, can you talk about some of those raffles and stuff? Because we've worked hard as a board to put together a lot of cool stuff.
We really have, definitely, Jason. So our big premier raffle this year is a Beretta 694 Black. So we'll be giving that away. We're selling tickets on Score Chaser, and then you can also purchase tickets any day at the State Shoot event. We'll be selling those for $20 each or 3 for $50. So that's our main raffle. But this year we're doing something a little different, and we're actually raffling off a lot of 12 gauge ammunition. So we're going to have a lot of winners for this. We're going to have winners every day, Thursday through Sunday. We'll have 2 winners of 10 flats on Thursday, 3 winners of 10 flats on Friday, 2 winners of 20 flats on Saturday, and 3 winners of 20 flats on Sunday. And the ticket prices for those will be 1 for $20 and 3 for $50. And the way we'll have it set up is you can put your tickets in whatever bucket you want. So you have a lot of chances to win some ammunition for pretty cheap. So some folks are going to be walking away pretty happy and with their vehicles loaded down with shells.
And those shells, by the way, Shawn Spindel, those are all high-end shells, right? Those aren't just practice ammo.
Right. We've got Winchester AA's, we've got Federal Masterclass, and then we've got Fiocchi Little Rhinos. So they're all premium lines, and they'll all break tons of targets. So I have some really, really happy shooters going home with a lot of shells.
Yeah. And of course, side games, I mean, we, obviously all the events you would expect, right? Sub gauge and all that stuff. But as far as side games go, Sean Alley, I know you're really looking forward to me kicking your butt in front of everybody on the make or break stage.
I look forward to it every year, Jason. It's the highlight of the Ohio State shoot.
It's a tradition, man. We got to keep it going. I think you
absolutely. We'll be up there doing our thing, so we'll have to see what happens.
Yeah. Shawn Spindel, switching gears back to you real quick. Airports, Cleveland's obviously going to be the big one, right? But yeah. I thought there was another one close by too.
Yeah, Akron, Canton, both airports are within 35 minutes of the club here, so check out both of them. But Cleveland's probably got most of the flights for most of these guys that are flying in.
Yeah, and there's a slew of hotels all the way around the area. I mean, in fact, we just booked, I say we, me and a couple people that I'm staying with, we just booked our VRBO. There's Airbnbs and VRBOs really close to the club. Nice places too, for cheap. And then hotels, I think your farthest drive to a hotel is about 10 minutes. Am I wrong?
Yeah, it depends on your hotel, of course. But yeah, you can find something real close. Plenty of restaurants, lots of places to go out and do it, odds and ends at the end of the day. So should be a fun time at the club and away from the club.
Do you want to talk about target setters? Who all setting targets there?
Well, we had Bill McGuire out last year, and he did a phenomenal job. And I just talked to him last week. He's going to be back setting our main event and our FITASC event. He set some great targets. We also have Ethan Smith and Cy Alexander will be back helping us out with just super sporting and the sub-gauge FITASC events. And then, of course, we'll have Ed with Top Gun for Make or Break. and 5 stand events. And then our staff will handle the sub gauge course and pump and side by side, things like that. So everybody's got to do it last year and have some great ideas going into this year. So it should be even better.
Yeah, that's a list. Just for those that don't know, that's a list of very good people right there. Of course, I don't know about Bill though. He beat me up so bad on FETAS last year. I told him I'm changing his name from Uncle Bill to Cousin It.
Well, that one parkour was definitely stiff. So yeah. He's got plans on maybe knocking that down, maybe a notch, maybe 2. Who knows?
Yeah. I don't know if it was just that stiff or the fact that I had to shoot it in a torrential downpour. That probably made it stiffer than what it was, right? So hopefully this year we get some good weather during that event. Sponsors, we've got a ton of sponsors, but also I think Kacey, and Shawn, whichever one of you wants to take this, I think there's still a lot of availability for station sponsors. Is that correct?
Yeah, we definitely and we've got some great sponsors lined up. Basically, almost everybody that was here last year is going to help us out, but we've got some ability to sponsor our station, sponsor one of the courses. We've got Friday night party that's going to be going on, and we need some help up there too. So we're always looking for more sponsors, and we've got vendor space as well. So if there's anybody that's going to be in the area that wants to come out and be one of our vendors, that'd be phenomenal.
Awesome. Kacey, Shawn and I talk a lot about it on this podcast, but we as a board take a lot of pride in this state shoot. Talk about how both the board and the club general managers like Shawn Spindel and Jake Spangler of past have helped kind of form this shoot over the years.
Yeah, it really is a team effort. I think all of us on this call can attest that just because the state shoot is over in the early part of August doesn't mean our job is over. We pretty much have a meeting a couple weeks after the state shoot, and we hit the ground running for the next year. I think this is the first year in a long time that we've actually met every single month to make this shoot the best shoot that we absolutely can. Managers like Jake and Shawn help tremendously. We couldn't do it without clubs like that. And we're fortunate in Ohio to have a lot of really good clubs to shoot at and a lot of good managers. And we're hoping that we can get additional clubs in the future to grow and throw this state shoot. We're fortunate to be at Hill-n-Dale this year. It's a beautiful top-tier facility, and the hospitality of the staff really sets the tone for a great weekend. Shawn does a masterful job there. The shoot always runs like clockwork at Hill-n-Dale, so we're really looking forward to it. I mean, as a board, our mission's pretty simple, I think. We just want to partner with our host clubs and deliver world-class experience. And that's really what we aim to do every year, deliver a great state shoot and really just grow the shoot as best we can. We're up to about the second largest shoot in the nation last year, and we're hoping to keep growing with that. We want it to be an event that people talk about all year and can't wait to come back to. And I think we keep doing that year after year.
Yeah, that's very well said. I mean, and Hill-n-Dale is one of those places, like you said, it's top notch. The hospitality. Look, I've never had a bad time at Hill-n-Dale, even though I may have shot bad and wanted to throw my gun in the lake and drive back to the house. But just like you said, the hospitality, just the way the events are ran, I mean, and it's absolutely beautiful club. I mean, anybody that's ever listened to David Radulovich for more than 10 seconds will tell you, I mean, that's his home club, and he's bragged about it for years. Shawn Alley, you got a big eye-opener coming onto the board of everything that's behind the state shoot here the last couple of years you've been on the board. What's your take on it, man? What's your take on what we've done and how we've grown this shoot?
Well, I mean, like a lot of things, you don't really know what all is involved until you get involved. So it was an eye-opening experience for me. I mean, the first year I was kind of like just kind of sitting back and taking it all in, trying to help where I could. But, it's really interesting. We've got a good dynamic on the board with the board members. I mean, club managers like Shawn and Jake Spindel in the past, or Shawn Spindel and Jake Spangler. Yep. In the past, they bring a lot of experience to what actually happens at the shoot and things we need to consider that we may not have thought of as just regular shooters.
Yeah.
And then there's, always the debate of, what kind of giveaways are we going to do? What are we going to do for the meals? What are we going to do for entertainment? What kind of extras can we do? What kind of raffles do we want to have? I mean, there's so many decisions and so many things to consider, trying to keep things in budget, trying to make sure that the experience for the shooters that come is the best it can be. And everybody cares. That's the cool thing. Everybody cares. And it just seems to be getting better and better. And I hear it year after year from people that come from all over. People come from Texas. They come from Michigan. They come from Pennsylvania. They come from Florida. We've even had people, coming from other countries like Canada and stuff. So everybody is really, really pleased who's never been to an Ohio State shoot. And I don't think anybody ever leaves disappointed. They're always looking forward to coming back.
Yeah. And Shawn Spindel, I think we were just a tick under 600 last year for total entries. Is that correct in saying that? It was like five.
Yeah.
What was it, like
583 or 73 or something like that. So
yeah,
we'll see what we end up with this year. It's, in my mind, if we could break 500 for the main event, that would be,
that's a success.
The milestone. Yeah. And, that 500, it's interesting. I know one of our main sponsors brought their 500th anniversaries this year. So this is something I didn't even think about mentioning, but they gave us some medallions that go with the 500 years, and we'll be giving those away randomly to people as we get signed up and have hit different numbers. So I think we're almost at shooter number 500 in registration. So once we hit that, they're probably going to get a medallion. There'll be other times throughout the shoot that we'll be handing those out. So that's another little side thing that is pretty cool, I think. Be able to celebrate their 500th anniversary while we're, hopefully breaking 500 for the main event this year.
Yeah, very cool. Kacey, speaking of, almost 600 shooters, I think we as a board have discussed this and gone through the numbers. Like, we're just over 40% of those are from out of state, right?
They are. It's pretty crazy to think about, but the way Ohio is located, we have a large amount of population that's really within a day's drive of Ohio. So I know a lot of people be flying in as well from places like Texas and California and Florida, but there's a lot of people that are within driving distance that are going to come. And, I think a big testament to the hard work of the clubs in Ohio and the boards, just we keep throwing a shoot that gets better and better every year, and people talk about it and they bring their friends and the shoot keeps growing. And so we accept shooters from all over. We want people to come from near and far and different countries and just to experience our great clubs in Ohio.
Yeah. And, another thing too, Sean Alley, going back to the question I asked you, the cool thing about our board is it's comprised of all of us are shooters, all of us. Mm-hmm. Even though Sean and Jake are general managers, they still shoot, they still compete, right? So I want to kind of go around the room. We'll start with you, Sean, since I addressed you. What do you think it means to the shooters to attend Ohio State Championship? And what I'm getting at here is to the person that's never been to Ohio State Championship before. As a shooter, not as a board member, but as a shooter, what is your perspective on the shoot? What do you think it means to shoot the Ohio State Championship?
Well, I mean, like Kacey alluded to, we run, in my opinion, one of the best shoots in the country, definitely one of the top state shoots in the country, especially with size. A lot of people that have gone to smaller state shoots where maybe they only have 200 or 300 people going to a state shoot, they come to our shoot. And because of the size, a lot of times they're like, wow, this is crazy how big this is and how many people are here. And that's what's cool because it draws people from all walks of life. You get just the everyday weekend warriors. And then you're also going to see some of the big names out there. You're going to see, the Brandon Powells and the Zach Keenbaums and stuff like that occasionally run through. So it's awesome. We've had Wendell Cherry there. Bill McGuire's been there. There's all kinds of chances to meet people that maybe you would only get to see at like a national or a regional event that come to the Ohio State shoot because of the size of it. And I think that is really cool for most people that don't ever get to see the guys and gals that are in the magazine to actually put a face with a name and maybe go up and shake their hand and meet them personally.
Very well said. What about you, Kacey? You have a different opinion on that or different take on it?
Yeah, for the most part, I agree with what Sean said. And to me, it's not just the size of the shoot, but it's the elite nature of the shoot that we put together. We've got the best target setters that a place could get. We've got top tier shooters. We've got elite management. The shoot runs seamlessly. I mean, you walk into an event like this and you're not just walking into a lowbrow shoot. You're walking into an elite national, what could be considered a national event, the way these shoots are run and managed and the targets that are thrown. So I think when people shoot at the state shoot, they get that feeling that they're not just shooting a state shoot. They're shooting at something that could be a national level event.
Yeah. Very well said. Shawn Spindel, you got a take on it?
Well, yeah, everything that was said, that's exactly right. But, more importantly, I think is just whenever we have these shoots, whether it's at Hill-n-Dale or Cardinal or wherever it's at, the camaraderie and, everybody's, it's like a reunion every year. And, if you haven't been there and once you're there, you're part of it. And, I think that's pretty cool. I mean, we've got scorers that, come from club down south and they come up and score here and vice versa. And it's like home, everybody is there just to hang out with their friends, obviously to shoot and compete and everything. But, more importantly, it's just to enjoy everybody's company and make new friends.
Well, I'll give you my 2 cents worth if anybody wants to hear it. Before I can answer that, I need a number from you, Shawn. And I'm putting you on the spot. It doesn't have to be an exact number, but as close as you can. Do you remember last year how many people we ran through the dinner? It was way over 500.
Yeah, we had 525 meals, I think, and I think there were, I want to say maybe we had, well over 500. We had a little bit left over, but not by much.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was great.
Okay, so I asked that question to make this point. I went to a regional last year, and I'm not going to say the name, and there was almost 700 shooters there. There might have been 300 at the dinner. An hour after the dinner was over, there was 40 people there. Okay, now we just laid it out there that more than 90% of the people that attended the Ohio State shoot last year were all at the dinner. And 2 hours after the dinner, we were running the make or break show of guns. And I guarantee there was every bit of 300 plus people down there 2 hours later.
Yep.
So what does that speak for the camaraderie and the intimacy of that shoot? And this is exactly why, and don't anybody take this wrong. This is exactly why this year I'm on a state shoot tour instead of a regional tour. Because I think you have more fun at a state shoot. We just laid out all these giveaways. We're giving away guns and ammo and all stuff, right? There's a better chance of winning something, whether it is a giveaway or a raffle or even winning your class, right? We just talked about you're going to win a gun and some good money, obviously, if you win your class. And there's all the side events that you can win, all kinds of things. But it's that level of intimacy. Shawn and I have talked about this from the inception of this podcast. When we started shooting, it was an all-day event because when you got done shooting, you were hanging out at the clubhouse and, having a drink or a bite to eat or whatever. And you hung out there for hours. And it was part of the experience. Now we've gotten to this point where we shoot, we throw our gun in the car, and we are dust flying out the driveway. And that was what I love about the Ohio State shoot. I went to a very well-ran, very nice regional, and an hour after the dinner, there's 40 people there. And 2 hours after the Ohio State shoot, there's still way north of 300 people there. So that's what this shoot means to me as a shooter, is the friendships, the camaraderie that happens at this shoot. And this is the shoot that I will not miss. Ever. I mean, unless I'm in the hospital or in the grave, I'm going to be there, right? So that's what it means to me. That was my soapbox moment there, Mr. Alley. What do you think?
Yeah, well said, man. No, absolutely. I think everybody contributed a great thing for everybody to chew on. And again, I formally extend the invite to anybody that's never been. Come and experience it. You won't be disappointed. Eat some great food, have some fun, meet a lot of great people, and enjoy the hospitality that the people of Ohio can offer you.
And, that's something else, too. We talked about the show of guns, and Shawn Spindel mentioned the make or break. Ed's going to be there. And we are going to do a show of guns, which is, I'm not allowed to say the C word online here, the cow something. But no, it's a lot of fun. And I think we've even found a way this year that people can gamble with plastic. Is that correct, Kacey? Have we figured that out yet?
We're still working on that one. We got to find a way that we can do that, but hopefully we'll have that set up by the time the state shoot rolls around.
Either that or there's going to be a line at the clubhouse door at the ATM machine, Shawn.
That's right.
Sure.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, Kacey, our board president, you have done an absolutely fabulous job since handed this position. What is it? Has it been 2 years yet?
Yeah, this is my second year as president.
Wow. Well, you've done a fabulous job, and I know everybody on the board thinks the same, and we appreciate everything you do for us. Shawn Spindel, I can't wait to see what you have in store for us. Or did you open up more ground, or is it pretty much the same as what you did last year as far as the grounds go?
We're going to use pretty much the same footprints.
Okay.
Obviously, we'll change up, a few of the presentations and station areas, but the footprints are going to be the same. The super sporting that we did last year, that's still probably my favorite area to have back there right now. So it's really cool setup.
That was very cool. And that was new ground for us too, Mr. Alley.
Yes, it was. And that was a great place to shoot. It was awesome.
Yes. Shawn Spindel and Kacey, thank you both for joining us. We appreciate it. We hope that everybody comes and sees us at the Ohio State shoot. Shawn, do you have a cap? Is there any such thing as a cap on this shoot for participants?
We probably won't hit our cap except for some of the, FETASC and sub-gauge FETASC events. But I think main event, we can do 600 is the number that we're looking at. And if we get to 600, we'll find a way to, make it keep everybody coming in. So, hopefully we'll hit that 500 number. That's what I think we were at 494 last year. So,
in the main.
In the main, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So I would assume that we're probably gonna surpass that. So looking forward to seeing everybody.
Oh, one thing I forgot to ask you: plenty of golf carts available still?
Yeah. We've got a couple trailers extra coming, plus the 35 that we have on site. So I think we got 70 or something like that.
Oh, good. Yep. Good deal. Yep. Well, thank you both again. Appreciate it very much.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
The Dead Pair.
Well, Shawn, here we are, man. 2026 Ohio State Championship. I'm looking forward to it.
Always, every year. I mean, it's the top of my list. No matter where I go, I have to go to the Ohio State shoot. Obviously, it's in my backyard. And, all the things that were said tonight, I think is important. I mean, again, it is such a good feeling to go there and see all your friends and the people that you shoot with.
Yeah.
Some of them in state, some of them out of state. The vibe is just excellent there.
Yeah.
It's such a friendly place. Hang out, get drinks, have food, tell stories, tell lies, whatever it is. But I mean, everybody's got a smile on their face, after the shooting's done and the evening festivities begin. And you're right, that is very cool just to hang out and just have fun, enjoy the experience.
Did you see who I was squatted with?
I didn't look yet.
Tracy Wright's coming.
Oh man, that's going to be cool. Yes. I can't wait to see him. I ain't seen him for a minute.
Yeah, it's going to be cool to catch up with him. He's not been on the tour here so far this year, so I haven't been able to. I talk to him all the time, but
I don't think he's ever been to Ohio State, has he?
He's not.
Oh, he's going to be in for a treat.
He's going to be happy with this one.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is. And you know what? Listen, folks, all of you that are listening, I get people that tell me all the time, oh, man, I'll listen to you every week. And that's awesome, man. I really appreciate that. And by the way, Shawn, I know you haven't been on in a while. I need to extend, and those of you know who I'm talking about, there's been so many people that have came up, well wishes for you and your wife, Shawn, and constantly, just like when you were traveling with me, constantly getting people thanking us for this podcast. And I want to let you know that people are still coming up and saying thank you.
And you don't know how much that means. I mean, again, I love everybody and everybody I've met. I tell everybody all the time, there's so many friendships that I have formed alone from this sport. People that I would have never met any other way in my life and formed good friendships with. People I, talk to, every few days or weekly or monthly on the phone. And then when you go to a big shoot like a national or regional or whatever, it doesn't matter what state they live in or whatever. It's just like you picked up where you left off and you're back at it and telling stories and laughing and hooping and hollering. And it's always a great time. I mean, it's just, this sport's really, really cool. Can't say enough about it. And like I said, I really look forward to Ohio State for that reason as well, because basically everybody's coming in my backyard and I want to show them how cool Ohio is and how nice our clubs are. And we do a good job here, and most people leave feeling very, very happy and wanting to come back next year.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. But no, I brought that up about the listeners because, they say they listen each and every week. I hope they take sincerely what we've said here tonight about the Ohio State shoot, and I hope they make the trip and check it out. I mean,
yeah,
look, I don't make a single red cent. Shawn doesn't make a single red cent if there's 5 or 5,000 people there. The board doesn't make a single red cent. It's a 501(c)(3). It's not what it's there for. We're there to provide an experience for the Ohio State shoot, and I'm telling you, it's worth the travel to go to Ohio State Championship. It really is.
Yeah, we do the best job we can with the resources we have to give the best experience we can, and I say that wholeheartedly because all of us care about the shoot, and we're always talking about ways to make it better, things we can improve, things that we can change. I think it's so cool. The high all-around prize of every class getting a Beretta A400.
Yeah.
Guys, if you're signed up for the state shoot for Ohio State, if you're signed up, make sure that you shoot all those 4 events because you never know. It's a combined score, and the high overall in your class, so you combine your prelim, you combine the super sport, the 5-stand, and the main. It's all combined, and it doesn't matter. You might shoot bad in one and shoot good in the other 3, and you might be walking off with a brand new A400 in your class. So definitely sign up to get a chance for that because that's a heck of a prize.
Yeah, that's just for the high all around. That doesn't include if you're doing that good in your other events. You're walking.
Oh, you're going to win money. You're going to win money.
You're walking out there with a pile of money, plus trophies, right?
And then I think there's shell giveaways too for certain events.
Yes.
For winners in certain events, walk away with some shells. And then, again, all the raffles. Good Lord. There's 150 flats of ammo we're giving away.
Yep.
And even if you're one of the winners that only wins 10, you're talking about at the cost of shells these days, you're walking away with at least $1,000 worth of shells at minimum if you're one of the raffle winners. And then, obviously, that Beretta 694 Black, that would be a heck of a thing to go home with.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. So, I guess, really sincerely appreciate all the sponsors of the Ohio State shoot. There's a big list of them. I probably should have asked Shawn to name them all off, but there is a big list, and we appreciate each and every one of them because they help build this shoot. They get
That's right.
They get a hand in it too. Shawn, I know it's been difficult for you to get out and shoot, man, but you can't tell me 1 second you ain't missing it bad.
Oh, it's not that at all. So, obviously things have been a little crazy and things are starting to settle down with the wife. We're finally getting through some of the stuff that we had to do earlier this year. And the weather here, I hate to say, our spring has been awful. The winter was terrible, as everybody knows. I think pretty much everybody in the Northern Hemisphere realized how bad things were in January and February, how cold it was. And then we've gone straight from freezing cold to it rains almost every other day. You can't even plan. My work schedule is so far behind because you plan to go out because the forecast said 3 days ago it was going to be sunny. Next thing you know, you come into the morning and it's, an inch of rain comes down. So it's been challenging, but it's starting to clear up. I think after next week, the forecast should be settled into our typical late spring going into summer. The weather will be nice. And I hate to say it, man, I'm getting old, I'm getting cranky, and I don't want to go out and stand in the rain and shoot, or I don't want to go out in the cold and shoot. So I'm getting to be more of a fair weather fan. So once Ohio straightens around here in the next week or so, I'll be definitely hitting up more of the local shoots as often as I can, and then traveling to a few out-of-state shoots this year. I'm not going to be doing anything on the national level, any regionals. I'm not going to nationals this year either, but definitely going to stick a little closer to home, but still going to get out and shoot. So hopefully things will turn the corner. I'll be able to participate a little bit more than I have been.
Well, I think what you should do for your dear wife, and there's an added bonus because this will help you too. I think you need to plan on coming down here to Florida this winter, and you can enjoy some nice weather, and we'll go shoot. We'll go blow.
Yeah, it won't be hard to talk her into going to Florida.
Yeah,
she loves Florida.
We'll go blow up some clay pottery.
Yep.
And the girls can sit by the pool and have a ye-hole time.
That's right. That's right.
Each and every week, Shawn and I's message, and I've tried to carry the flag when Shawn wasn't here. Shawn, tell them what we tell everybody.
It's very simple, guys. It's a small sport, but it is growing, and it needs help to do so. And if you love this sport and you want to see it continue, the best thing we can do is to bring new people in. So make sure that you are acting as an ambassador. Take somebody new shooting. Take them out to the range. Take them to a charity event. Take them to a tournament.
Take them to the Ohio State shoot.
Take them to the Ohio State shoot. Heck yeah. Take them to the Ohio State shoot. And again, just introduce them, put a gun in the hand, see how much fun it is to break some clays. It ain't hard, guys. You all got hooked on it simply by going out and doing it. And that's all it takes, really. Just get them introduced, get them out to the range, and just let it take its course.
Yep, for sure. Well, Shawn, I really appreciate you coming back on for this. And I knew you would, because this one's important to you too.
Absolutely.
But I will let you get back to the wife. Tell her I said thank you for letting me steal you for 45 minutes or an hour, whatever it's been. And I can't wait to see you back here again. But in the meantime, for everybody else, Shawn Alley,
can't wait to see you all back here on the Dead Pair Podcast.
Man, I wish I could do it that good.
We'll see you next time on the Dead Pair Podcast.
The Dead Pair Podcast is brought to you by Kolar Arms, the mark of performance, and is fueled by Fiocchi USA. The Dead Pair theme song was written, arranged, and produced by Toby Tomplay. Special thanks to the following sponsors: Atlas Traps, Ranger Performance Eyewear, Rhino Chokes, Long Range LLC, Gun and Trophy Insurance, Taconic Distillery, Score Chaser, and Clay Range Design Works.